Hey, this is Dexy Longtail, um, coming at you from one of my favorite games, w101. This is my character, Wolf Darkdust. For those of you who think I'm a woman, I am in fact a man. I've talked to people over the phone, they think I'm a woman. I'm just saying that in case my voice sounds a bit womany. So I'm here today to talk to you about the Wizards 101 Schools of Magic. I mean, we've had so many, we have so many schools of magic: fire, ice, storm, myth, balance, life, death, celestial schools, shadow magic. But I feel like there's more magic that we could learn. And I feel that the standard schools of magic, they need to be beefed up with all these new awesome spells. I know we have shadow-infused spells and all that, but I don't think it's enough. So, I'm here in my Arcanum apartment, and I'm going to show you all these lovely floor glyphs I have presented here that I've rigged with castle magic to display each school of magic. Now, and then I will discuss, and with each school of magic I will discuss an appropriate elevated status of the school. And then later on, we're going to go into the Arcanum schools, and I'm going to go into more detail about each a school's elevation. Now, bear in mind, I do not own any of these pictures that are about to be shown. Just a heads up. All rights reserved to the artists, to the companies, to whatever that made them. Okay, so let's start this off with the School of Life. Life is whole, it's pure, it's rejuvenation. It has a lot of healing spells. It's a healing class of magic. Like in World of Warcraft, it would be a healer. Which is why Aether is a good match for this. Aether is like the life essence of all things. It runs through everything. You, me, my dogs. Yes, I have two dogs, Shadow and Angel. Love them to death. Anyway, Aether could more focus on damage than healing. It could touch other worlds, and it could summon creatures from these worlds that could either cause damage or replenish, rejuvenate. Just more oomph in life magic spells, you know? Okay, so the next school we have here is the School of Death. Now, death is finality. It is cold. It is dark. Which is why I thought of a good comparison for death spells. So I give to you the school that's about to show up, a school that I find is a great match for this one, the School of Void. Now, Void is empty, it's cold, it's darkness, it's fear. I can't really explain the Void in too much detail right now. I'm sort of having a blah moment. We all have that, right? So, the Void could summon creatures from the Void, darkness itself, and used to enact damage. But maybe Void could also be used to heal the wizard, solely. Like, draw in the forces of the Void to heal yourself. Now, this next school, I'm going to show you one of my favorite spells. It is the School of Myth. The spell I have rigged up is my favorite myth spell. It's that wheel one. Anyway, so what would be a good comparison for the School of Myth? I mean, we have legends, all that. But I thought the School of Myth could use more of a more backgroundy kind of magic. Something that could heal them, like the School of Time. We've seen time magic before, when we fought Old Cobb, when he spun the wheel. We've had time battles, all of that. Well, what if we could bend time to our will? We could even summon creatures from the past, bosses that we faced before. We could even heal ourselves from the essence of time. like Mirage revolving around time. We could summon heroes to aid us in battle, or heal us. You know? Next, we have its opposite comparison, the School of Storm. Now, Storm is an absolute powerhouse. It is strong, it does a lot of damage, but it's unpredictable. You never know if it has the most, in my opinion, it has the most highest frizzle percentage in all the schools of magic. So it's strong, but its accuracy is weak. Now, the good match for this one is Arcane, the School of Arcane, Arcane Elevation of Magic. Now, for those of us who've seen anime, we've seen arcane glyphs before, you know? And arcane magic is raw, it's powerful. Much like storm magic, it's dangerous, it's uncontrollable, it's unpredictable. And that's why I think storm magic could use it to heal, it could cause great amount of damage to your foes. Who knows? It might even... And, the School of Ice. Yeah, the School of Ice. I found that a good comparison for ice is something that we see in our homes every day. Something that we use every day when we're doing our hair or looking into a puddle. Yes, people, I am speaking to you about the School of Reflection. Said that too early. Here we go. The School of Reflection. It bounces images off. For the longest time, people have thought mirrors could be doorways to other worlds. We've seen how a mirror can bounce off a mirror, creating an endless reflection of that other mirror. I have it it's in my grandparents' beach house, a great example of that. And it could be used to cause damage. It could be used to do anything. Heal, or even summon creatures from beyond the glass, like Alice in Wonderland sort of thing going on, you know? Anyway, the School of Fire. Fire is raw, it's destructive, it's powerful, it's dangerous. But in the old times, fire was a great commodity. It was used to light rooms, cook food, all of that. So, I was thinking, what's a good comparison with fire magic? Well, it's good side, not the destructive side. Luminescence. Now, the world is full of luminescent material. The sun illuminates the moon, and it brightens up the world. We use the luminescence to see, and luminescence could basically heal the fire wizards, or it could cause great amounts of damage. You know, like lightsabers, for instance. In Star Wars, they use them to damage. Light magic could do anything. It even comes in various colors. So, you know. Next, we have the School of Balance. Now, you might say, what's a good comparison with the School of Balance? Well, I thought of that, and I thought of the School of Divinity. Yes, here we go. Divinity is like god status, basically, where gods and goddesses, kings, queens, you know, they're divine, they're holy. Well, what if we focused on that? Since in the schools of magic, balance was mainly, purpose was to keep the world together. So maybe something in between, like order and chaos, sort of playing off the whole old Cobb Grandmother Raven kind of thing. Now we're going to go to the Arcanum Schools of Magic, and I'll discuss each school in more detail. Starting with the School of Aether. Now, life, magic, Aether, I've said all that. Well, maybe Aether could be used as damage. A lot more damage to the life school, or maybe a lot more healing. Maybe playing off where we've come off them. But life wizards, they need more damage. I find them a relatively weak school, not enough damage, not enough damage spells, a lot of healing. So on my life wizard, I don't technically want to fight by myself. I want to fight with other wizards, so I can heal them, replenish their health, so the fight can keep on going. But when I'm questing alone on my life wizard, I want something that can cause a lot of damage, that can get me through, that can keep me alive, other than life magic, and the battle takes longer. So, yeah, King's Isle. Can we work on that? Okay, so next we have this time. Time is everywhere. It's been here since the beginning. essence of the world. And I thought that would be a good way to spin off myth. I mean, throughout time we've had myth, we've had legends. Maybe we could summon gods. We could summon heroes from the past. We could even summon the bosses that we've faced before. You know? Come on, work with me here, people. I know a lot of you can see this. Time and myth kind of go hand in hand. And it could be used to spin the wheel, like re-rotate the wheel. Something, you know? And Void. Yes, Void. Now, I find this is a good match for Death. It's dark, it's dank, and everyone knows that Death is dark and dank, much like the Void. And who knows how we come across these spells, you know? Maybe when to defeat Grandmother Raven, we must accept these escalated forms of magic. In order to defeat her, or stop her from destroying the spiral, to defeat Old Cobb, maybe we take on the role as guardian of the spiral, you know? It is a huge, huge, epic world that we are in, Inferior. I've played it level 125, yes. Now, the School of Balance. Now, I find Divinity, a great match for this school. Because Divinity can hold order and chaos. It can keep order within the spiral. For instance, the school Order could use to heal the Balance Wizards, since they mainly beef up our spells by giving us blades, more damage traps, you know. Well, maybe it could do more damage itself with the chaos, and Order could focus on healing. So Balance and Life are sort of two of the weakest schools. They're nice, they're cool, but I feel that they could use more. So that's why I think Divinity is a good match, because whichever way it goes, Divinity could be used to heal, to increase our damage, or it could be used to damage our enemies themselves. You know? Just powerhouses. We need to become stronger so we can fight all these high-level bosses that we keep running into. Like the Brain. Has anyone gotten that reference of Batman with the bat and all that? Now, the School of Reflection. Even the floor reflects things. It has that reflective property like on the ice. So that's why I was sort of thinking, like a sort of Alice in Wonderland kind of thing, like through the looking glass. You could summon, bounce spells back off on the casters, or reflect yourself to avert damage. So since, Ice is mainly a tanking class of Wizards 101, so I think the School of Reflection could play off that. I mean, it does have a good powerhouse of damage. It does a lot of damage. All the Titan schools do. But I just feel like Ice could focus more on tanking than damage. And the School of Fire. I mean, we all love the School of Fire. It's one of the most popular schools. Being able to start fires with magic. I mean, who doesn't want that? Now, Luminescence. Luminescence is light. It could be used to heal. It could be used to damage. Light fractures. Have you ever seen a rainbow? That is light being fractured by the reflection of water. I know, I sort of played from the Ice School. Well, Now, the School of Storm, the Arcane magic. It's wild. It's uncontrollable, much like Storm. Call out to Nathan Stormrunner there. How you doing, buddy? I don't know him. He just showed up my video. I thought I'd call him out. He was learning some sort of magic. I think he was a Storm Wizard. Not sure. Anyway, he sure looked like a Storm Wizard. Anyway, Arcane magic is wild. It's uncontrollable. It's untamable. You never know how it's going to react. So that's why I think it's a good match for Storm. It could maybe increase their accuracy, increase their damage, or even heal them, even tank them, even protect them. Because Storm has always been a powerhouse. And I think we should keep that in mind. You know? I know. Anyway, so let's head on out and just go on and see and discuss this more. I mean, we could have something like the Celestial Schools, where we have those spell enchants, where we click and increase our spell power, increase our spell attack, or whatever. I'm not too keen on that idea, KingsIsle. You do what you want. So this has been a great discussion. I mean, I really hope you all have some colorful comments in the descriptions below. Again, my name is Dexy Longtail. I'm playing Wizards 101. It's just been great. It has been a great experience to just talk about this. This happens to be my first podcast sort of YouTube video, bear in mind. And I just feel KingsIsle is getting better and better. And if we had the Escalade Schools of Magic, I believe it could get even more amazing. So I'm gonna go. I've got to go. Have fun. You all have been wonderful, darlings. Just wonderful. I will see you next time. So long. Goodbye. I'm out.